Radical.
So there's some big changes going on at ESPN. We'll talk about two of them. One, Rachel Nichols, host of The Jump, is out. This comes to us from the Washington Post. I'll leave a link down below. Rachel Nichols, who was white, made the comments last year when she learned Taylor, who was black, would lead the network's studio show instead of her during the lead's restart at Walt Disney World. Disney owns ESPN, by the way. In a phone conversation that was accidentally recorded and obtained by the newspaper, Nichols said, "I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football. She covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you are feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from the female side of it, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You are not going to find it from me or taking my thing away." Woo! Man, oh man, the kitty's got claws. The kitty's got claws. A lot of things going on here. A lot of things I do not know. I don't know if there's a lot of pressure on ESPN for diversity. I could take a wild guess that that possibly could be the case because it's owned by Disney, just like Marvel and Star Wars. And what have we seen happen to Marvel and Star Wars? A lot of stuff throughout the last couple years. So I can only take a wild guess that since, they own ESPN, they're going to try to make these, diversity moves. Now, okay, so let's say you're Maria Taylor. And maybe she deserved it, possibly. It seems like Rachel Nichols was just talking candidly, and there's a lot we don't know here, right? But it seems to me like Rachel Nichols was talking candidly, and she was a little bit mad that her thing was taken away. And imagine, there's no way these two people could work at the same network. There's no way. Especially that they're women, they're going to hate each other. So that's one reason why Rachel Nichols is gone. The jump has been canceled. Now, Rachel Nichols, she said this stuff. She didn't know it was recording. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky situation there. And this came out, I think it didn't come out for a long time after. So Maria Taylor, she heard this. I'm not sure exactly when the statements came out, but after hearing this, Maria Taylor was like, okay, I can't stay here. So she went to NBC. I've never heard Maria Taylor commentate. I don't know if it's a huge loss. I think she did something with the Olympics. But Rachel Nichols, I've heard her commentate, and I don't know. I don't think it's a big loss. I just personally don't think it's a big loss. I'm not going to be losing sleep that the jump is no longer on the air. But tell you what, I'm still not affected at Max Kellerman leaving First Take. Well, he was actually pushed out of First Take. Stephen A. Smith, who pretty much, I think, runs everything at ESPN. I think he pretty much runs ESPN right now. He's everywhere. Overexposure. Stephen A. Smith World. First Take. It's pretty much a Stephen A. Smith network. Look at his contract. Look at the money that they're paying him. I think he makes more now officially than most actual sports stars, which is kind of shocking, The guy talking about the sports stars, usually you don't think is making as much money as some of these top tier sports stars, but yeah, he's getting paid. He's on the hustle. He's on that grind. He's all over that network. And didn't he just host Jimmy Kimmel Live? Wasn't he like a stand-in host for that? He was on a TV series, maybe a hospital series. I think he's angling for something bigger than ESPN. So, yeah, it's going to happen with First Take. Well, they're going to actually have Michael Irvin come in and be a co-host for a little while. Then they might have Marcus Spears do it for a little while. Some other people there on the network. I tell you who has the better commentators. Probably Fox. They got Colin Cowherd, which, it's an acquired taste. A lot of people don't like Colin, but I would rather listen to Colin over Stephen A. Smith. He has a way of actually, telling stories, which is interesting. And of course, Skip and Shannon. A lot of people can't stand Skip. Skip! But I tell you what, they can be an entertaining duo in the background to listen to. They really get into it. And a lot of it is playful, jabbing back and forth. A lot of it's just talking about LeBron, and I don't think Skip actually believes the bullshit he says about LeBron. I mean, I think he prefers Jordan over LeBron, definitely. But the other day, I think he was saying something like the gap between Draymond Green and what did he say? The gap between Draymond Green and LeBron is kind of like the gap between LeBron and Jordan. Which, come on now. I mean, come on. Shannon was looking at him like, really? Really, Skip? Come on now. So Skip is full of bullshit. But they're maybe possibly the most entertaining duo in sports commentary, at least on the major networks. Speak for Yourself has an interesting duo. You know, if you've ever checked out Speak for Yourself, very good sports commentary duo. But what do you think? Leave it in the comment section down below. Who is the best sports commentating duo, and what do you think about these ESPN moves?